Let's talk about moving.
Enjoy.
See, in my last video, I talked about SP shifts and how I don't like it anymore and I'm getting burnt out. And there's no motivation for me to work. 1, my car's paid off. 2, my credit card bills is paid off. 3, the amount of money that I came to San Diego with, I've made that back. So basically everything is in a positive minus food, rent, and I believe insurance, and maybe gas and gym prices and whatever. But for the most part, I'll be making net profit. And then I also have my reselling thing going on, so just making more side money. And then, don't tell anyone, but the government assistance stuff. I think that's been a real big help in these past few months. I've just been making some good money. I think that's why my bank account has been good, to say the least. So right now I'm at a good moment in my California life where I can splurge if I wanted to. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna just buy everything just because I want to. I'm still gonna think conservatively, penny pinching wise, as well as trying to make money in return. I've started getting into investing in stocks on the Robinhood app. I'm not really knowing what I'm doing, but it's a good time to start, right? Now that I have some cash flow that I can afford to lose. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'm really thinking about moving out of California. And I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of videos about why people are moving out of California. California sucks, this and that and the other. Well, in San Diego, it's not that bad, right? There's not a lot of chaos out there. There was a riot months back, but then so far I've just been seeing calmness and, whatever. But the main point that I want to move is because the reselling aspect of things. I still go out. I go out to Ross. I go out to Marshalls. I go out to TJ Maxx. I'm starting to go out to Walmarts and Targets and thrift stores and whatever to try to find things to resell. And for the most part, I haven't been really able to find anything worthwhile, especially basketball cards. I've been trying to get back into basketball and I can't find it anywhere around me. Somebody out there is beating me to the punch. So obviously, California has an influx of competition of resellers wise. In my Flip group, there's a whole section dedicated to just California. It's called a Cali chat. So obviously, one state, and it's the only one that has it. It's the only one that has its own specific chat for one state. So that's obvious that there's just way too many resellers around me. So that's the one main reason why I want to get out of here. 2, sports. With COVID-19, we didn't have any sports for a while. But now that the restrictions are starting to loosen, sports is making a comeback. And San Diego only has one real major sport team, and that's the Padres. Now, granted, the Padres are doing good this year, and I've been really like, oh wow, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, these are players I didn't know about 2 weeks ago. Only now that I know that the Padres are doing good, I'm starting to watch more of their highlights and whatever. And especially in my Flip group, baseball cards, sports cards in general, has been a good source of income. But like I said, I haven't been able to find any cards, no matter the sport. So I want to go somewhere else where I have a more fighting chance of finding something. Now, I'm not saying this place, I already have a place in mind, okay? I'm not saying that this place doesn't have any competition, but I think it doesn't have as much competition. And the location pretty much fits all my needs except for the summertime weather. So you're probably thinking Vegas or Arizona. And I'm choosing Arizona, the Phoenix area. Let me give you my reasons why. Number 1, I have family there. I have an aunt and cousins that live in that area. And my mom occasionally, I think like once or twice a year, goes to visit, just to visit. So that gives me more of incentive to move there because 1, I have family there. And 2, my mom goes there every now and then. So rather than me having to drive to Arizona whenever, she may stop by, I'm already there. So that's a bonus. Not only will my mom visit, but I have family that if ever I need something, I have somebody to fall back on. 2, taxes are lower and rent is more affordable. I've been looking online, Zillow.com, Apartments.com, and for the most part, I can get a very decent 1-bedroom studio or 2-bedroom apartment for less than I would get for a studio apartment here. So that's another positive, is that I can find a place to live in where I can set up my reselling business. If I get a 1 to 2-bedroom apartment, I can use that other room as like my workstation, my film studio, whatever it may be, my YouTube thing. So that's a positive. 3 or 4, I already forgot what number we're on, but I use Google Maps and I searched up Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Walmart, Target, thrift stores, and I put them on my favorites, and I can see on the map certain areas meet my specific needs. There are like at least 3 different sections where there's a whole cluster of stores around where I can visit and save my time driving all these places. And Phoenix has grid systems, so it's just straight roads going to wherever it is you need. Now, some people say it's not very cool because you have to make a lot of stops, stop and goes, whereas other places you have freeways or something, get places faster. But for me, it's less confusing to get there. Here in California, there's so many different turns and circles and whatever to get to one store, which is out of the way. Whereas at least in Arizona, there's pockets of clusters of stores where I can go to where it can save me time and gas and whatever. And there is like a certain section where there's like a Ross, TJ Maxx, Walmart, Target, thrift stores, and on top of that, in that little cluster, there's a UPS store, a FedEx store, and a post office, all in this one area. So that's another thing that's really propped up my enthusiasm for it, is because there's areas where there's clusters where I can just go there and handle all my business. I go source, and then I can ship off stuff all in one area. That's a positive to me, because here I have to go to different places in order to do different things. I have to go here to drop stuff off. I have to go here to buy something. I have to go here to source. I have to go here to whatever it may be. At least in the map that I've seen, everything's grouped together. And everything isn't as spread out. So like Phoenix is like a tightly clustered area, and all the stores are a lot closer to each other. And so I think that makes it more manageable for me to time my route and whatever, so it can save me time, effort, and money. So I think that explains, the last main big point. I told you about the Padres. Arizona, Phoenix, they got the Suns, they got the Cardinals, and they got the Diamondbacks, right? So at least they have 3 major sports that I can watch. Phoenix Suns are on the come up. They had a freaking awesome bubble tourney where they were undefeated. The Cardinals just beat the 49ers. So obviously I wanna watch games. I can do that here in San Diego, sure, but I gotta drive all the way to LA. And if you don't know about LA traffic, it's not worth the time sometimes. It's a headache to go to and from. It's like 5 to 6 hours that I'm spending on the road just to watch one game. It's a hassle. I've tried it, I don't like it. At least there, it's there, right? It's within less than an hour drive or so I see in the map. So those are the main real reasons why I want to move there. Family, it's cheaper on taxes and rent. Sourcing will be easier, and sports. Because like I said, bills are paid off. I have money to spend, and I want to enjoy my life. That's one of the main reasons why I came to San Diego, is so I can watch live games, so I can experience the live action, the crowd roar, and to focus on reselling. Because I was reselling back on Guam, but I wasn't really finding much stuff. We only have 2 Rosses there. That's about it. There's no Target, there's no Walmart, there's no Goodwill. There's a Salvation Army, but I just gotta weigh the pros and cons. And the main con, everyone says, is the heat. My aunt says that the heat is only there for 4 months, the summer months. After that, it gets pretty cold. So I'm thinking, if I can just survive 4 months, stay in my room, suck up the power bill, but just live in air condition, I think I can do it. Maybe I'll just, on the summer months, I'll wake up super early where the heat isn't so bad, source for a little bit, and then come home and chill, literally. Who knows, right? And I might not even have to pay that much rent. Maybe I'll live with my family and pay close to nothing. Who knows, right? I don't know what I want. I do want to have my own place. That way I can focus on doing YouTube stuff and maybe Twitch stream during those summer months. I stay in my room, play video games or whatever, focus on reselling stuff, maybe buy a bot, whatever it may be. Then all I have to do is just go out for maybe an hour in the hot sun, drop the shit off, come home, done. Be able to live off of that, maybe start this YouTube thing, live off of that, start some Twitch thing, live off of that. Who knows, the possibilities can be endless. But I'm just saying, I'm getting tired of working. I want to quit, and I want something new. So we'll see what happens. That's just the thought process is going on in my mind. Now let me think about some stuff that makes me want to stay here. 1, the weather. The weather is pretty good here. I can't lie, right? 2, the friends I've made. Yeah, I would like to do more stuff with them, but so far I haven't really done much. So maybe it could be a good time for me to start anew, start afresh. 3, close distance to theme parks, Universal Studios. Maybe start an acting thing. Who knows? I don't know. Point is that the pros for Arizona are starting to overcome the pros of San Diego. You can save money, starting new, place maybe that might reinvigorate my enthusiasm. Watch sports. I can hang out with family. I hear Arizona is a great outdoors place where you can go hiking or whatever. And just like I said, the only con that I've heard about is just the heat. If I can beat the heat, everything else will just be icing on the cake. So we'll see. We'll see if this ever happens, considering it. Let me know what you think. Have you been there before? Let me know. And so that's the end of the video. Just wanted to throw it out there. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Love, peace, and chicken grease. And I will see you next time.